Alright, shalom out there. Peace be to the Lord's elect. And I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory, respects to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS on YouTube, who has taught me this truth. And, I'm Yamal Dawad. I would like to just draw some attention to what's going on around the world. Corruption is being exposed. A lot of soldiers are coming to speak out against the tyranny of the government, military, and it's all fueled by the globalists, the elites, the international bankers to fatten themselves. So I was going to let these guys speak, bring out a scripture or two, and make a couple of points. Lord's will, you'll be edified.
In a snowstorm in 2010, a young soldier named Mike Preisner, speaking without notes, became a legend with a spontaneous speech which identified the gulf between the real America and the America of the military media industrial complex. Every word he said echoes louder than ever today.
Susan Brothers, thanks everyone for being here. We're from the organization March Forward, and we're here to say to all those serving in the Army and the Marines and the Air Force and the Navy that you have the absolute right to refuse to take part in these criminal wars, and that's a right that all of you should exercise. You have no reason to go put your life on the line and kill and die for profit. We've been to Iraq, we've been to Afghanistan, and we know what these wars are really about. And we joined the military for many reasons. Because we need a college education, because we need a job, because we need health care. And then we join the military, and they tell us that our enemies are poor people in caves in Afghanistan, or poor people in deserts of Iraq. But we've been in those countries, and we know that our enemies are not other poor people abroad. Our enemies are the people that laid us off from our jobs, that denied us health care, that make it impossible to get an education. Our enemies are not in the poorest countries on the planet, but right here in the richest ones. Now these wars, the occupation of Iraq and Afghanistan alone, are costing over $700 million every single day. This is a crime every single day, while so many of us are hurting. Well, I think all of us here, and the vast majority of people in this country, would agree that we can spend $700 million a day better than bombing people that we have no reason to bomb. We can spend $700 million a day rebuilding those countries we've destroyed. We can spend $700 million a day caring for the veterans we get home when they get home. And then we can spend $700 million a day giving every single person health care, a college education, a job, and a livelihood, and a home. That's who we need to be spending our money on.
All right, so you heard it, $700 million a day, on creating war, chaos, bombing civilians and whatnot throughout the world. But I got an article right here from exinhumanit.com. It says U.S. and its allies dropped 46 bombs per day on other countries since 2001. And then it goes on to say that the United States and its allies have dropped at least 326,000 bombs and missiles on other countries since 2001, including 152,000 in Iraq and Syria. And this article is from Monday, January 30th, 2023. So corruption is starting to be exposed more and more. And of course, that guy and many others are, trying to get the blood off of their hands, but they're not doing it in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, to give him his honor and his glory, because he's the creator of all things, both good and evil, all beings. And of course, he's an Edomite. His people were set up to rule with the sword and do all these things and conquer and devour. And I'm going to get that in Revelation chapter 6 and 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went out forth conquering and to conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that is how Esau, Edom, in Genesis chapter 25 and 23, when he was born, he got his blessing in Genesis chapter 27 and 40 and 41. With the sword. And the modern day sword is the gun and these the weaponry, how this man rules and how he conquers, and the Lord predestined, all this. So yeah, we should be speaking against the corruption. We should be trying to get the blood off of our hands, but more importantly, we should give Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, his praise and his glory. And yeah, I'm just gonna play another 1 minute clip. This lady right here. Get another scripture and I'll wrap it up.
Technology that we can see exactly who's in these locations and buildings. So they're targeting and bombing homes, knowing who and how many children were actually inside. My name is Josephine Gilbo. I'm a 17-year Army veteran. I recently got out of the military last year. Having that background as an intelligence officer and understanding what defense actually is, I can see clearly that this is not self-defense. The civilian casualties is catastrophic. They're targeting homes filled with children. The elite that sit in Capitol Hill sit there and lie over and over and over. I just want to highlight one of the biggest awakenings that I think I've had the last few weeks coming here and lobbying with the senators and the congressmen is just how corrupt our government is. And that anyone that's in the military is simply just one chess piece that they use at their leisure for their own internal gain to protect their own internal assets and money.
Okay, well, you heard her speak, but the damage has been done. Yeah, corruption's being exposed and whatnot. But they're gonna have to draw the attention away from themselves. So I expect something big to happen, like a cyber attack, an EMP, because we're in the last days. We're in the last days of Esau's wicked, sinful kingdom. The daughter of Babylon, America, is being exposed, uncovered, as it says in Isaiah chapter 47:3, right? Okay, but here's Psalm chapter 64:8. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So yeah, these people are fleeing away spiritually from what they once stood for. And you're going to see this a lot more. Like I said, something big expected to draw the attention away from what is being exposed, the corruption, and Benjamin Netanyahu, the president of Israel, or Benjamin Netanyahu Jew, as I jokingly like to call him, he is the one that had corruption, and he diverted the people's attention away from him by starting the war in that guy right there on the bottom right, by starting the war in Gaza. So yeah, America's right behind them to start a war here, and they're gonna point the finger at China, they're gonna point the finger at Russia when this cyber attack goes down. So I think that's it. But let me go ahead and read this Psalm chapter 64:9. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. So yeah, even though these people are Edomites, people of the Lord's curse, coming out to speak against their own people and all this and that, the Lord's putting the Spirit on all flesh, as it says in the book of Acts, in these last days, to reveal things. I'm not sure if that was in the book, if that's in the book of Acts, but I can bring it out if you just want to bear with me another second. I can find it. Let me get that in Acts chapter 2. I think. Hold on, let me see. No. Yes. It's actually going to be Joel chapter 2:28. My bad. Joel. Joel. Chapter 2:28. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And that's why you're hearing what you're hearing, all over the social media about people, prophesying, having dreams, and seeing and expressing themselves, about the Lord's prophecy. So yeah, with that, Lord's will, you're edified. All praises to the Most High. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Shalom.